Okay, we're going to do another video with my closet, but we've moved this time. I have not organized my closet yet, so not since we moved in. So it's gonna be fun to start. I haven't even bothered to do anything. My closet's kind of a mess. It's a hot mess, but I kind of work that way. I like to make everything organized and nice in one go rather than a little bit at a time. So I've just been putting it off. So here we go. I'm going to ask the same question I do every other time I go through a space. What would happen if this disappeared? I would go looking for it. Now I don't want it to go over here. I want a different home for it. So I'm gonna move it over there. This, same thing. I have a hunch that most of this stuff won't go here. We've got some Christmas presents over there, so in case somebody sees my videos, I'm not gonna. This is, and I keep Christmas presents in my closet so I can monitor who sees them and whatnot. So this is maternity clothes, non-maternity clothes. I actually want them to go somewhere else though. I thought I was happy with them up here in my closet, but I would be happier with them not in here. So I'm going to move this box. Oh look, we're clearing up a bunch of space already. This is an empty box, so I love my yoga ball though. You need to know how to use them properly, and then they're great. You don't want to sit on them all day without having certain muscles strengthened first. I only do like 15 minutes a couple times a day. I love it. This shirt is something I've been looking for. So this is where I'm throwing. I've just been throwing clothes in my closet for now until I can get things organized. Got some candy from church. Candy goes in my closet. Yep, that goes right there. What is that? Oh, a Christmas present I need to wrap. So that's gonna stay in here. I love this book. I'm choosing to put this book in a place where I can read it later, where I can choose to read it rather than having it sit there waiting for me to read it. I'm gonna put it with my books. So that goes over here. In fact, this can go, yeah, this has another home too. I'm gonna go put it away right now. Okay, this is one of my bags. I don't want this here either. But what would happen if it disappeared? I don't want to worry too much because I can't think of a home for it right now. So what would happen if it disappeared? I would definitely need it. I would definitely go looking for it. I want a better home for it. So I'm actually going to put it over here because I do want a better home for it. We've got some papers, a magazine I was going to look at one day, not happening. So what would happen if this disappeared? I might look for it if nope, not worth it. And this is a journal paper, so I'm just gonna put this with my other journal. It's tricky with these things. I kind of do want to look at it, so I'm gonna put it on my bed, and that usually tells me I've been keeping my bedroom clean, which for me was a challenge because I usually have piles because I want to put things away perfectly. And morning sickness and other things and trips, it hasn't been the case. So I've been pushing it in here and making sure my bedroom stays clean. And when something enters my bedroom and I don't like it, it's like, whoa, nope, I'm not even gonna keep that. But this closet feels kind of cluttered. So I'm noticing it's easier to be like, oh, maybe, no. So I'll stick this on my bed. If I don't look at it today, it's gone. And then my bedroom's so clean and nice. I go to put it on my bed and I can't. I don't want to stick it on my bed. I'm willing to let go of it now. Now, I bring this up because it's powerful. I've especially noticed this with my bedroom. I hated the fact that I was just shoving stuff in my closet. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. But to go through the motion of keeping my room clean, making that a priority, I can tell when something is not a priority. Now, that's going to happen. In my experience, that happens when I complete this box method system, when the spaces I'm in are to a higher level, to a better place. It's easier to get rid of stuff. So when my closet is finished, stuff like this won't end up in there in the first place because it will be to such an elevated state that I will notice, I'm not going to use this, you know? You kind of get that gut reaction like I just did in my bedroom. So I love this process, and that's all I'm going to go take care of this magazine. We are making progress. Let me wrap these Christmas presents so I can put them under the tree and have even more space. We're done with my side. The rest is my husband's. So we'll stop here. This is this is candy. It's a morning sickness treat. And down to this shelf. I love this book. It does not go in here. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to stop and take care of this stuff, at least some of it, so I can have some space. Okay, look at this. I cannot believe how much space I freed up. I'm impressed. Moving on. I'd like this to go down there on that shelf, but there's no room right now. But what would happen if this disappeared? I would definitely go looking for it. So, yep, dirty mirror. Okay, what would happen if this disappeared? This goes to my, I don't want it in here though. I actually have a special drawer in my bathroom where I keep things like this. So, what happened? This I want to go somewhere else as well. It's a sewing kit. So I don't want that in my bedroom closet. I'm never gonna look for it or use it here. This is gonna go down with my sewing stuff. This is adorable. This is an advent calendar type of thing that some ladies at my church gave me. So you just scan the QR code every day. So I'm going to put that right here. And now we're on to clothes. I'm actually gonna grab all the clothes and pull them all out and do them all in one go. But look at that. I'm making huge progress. I love it. So I'm noticing a really strong difference between previous times where I've done the box method system to my stuff. And it's kind of tricky because I don't feel like I'm showing you very much. You're like, I'm not getting rid of anything hardly. I'm not. And it's like, I've done this to my stuff so many times that I don't have a lot of stuff to pull out. So I'm curious what's going to happen with clothes. I know that when I'm pregnant, that I don't like the clothes I owned before my pregnancy as much. And I've learned to be careful about getting rid of clothing that I wasn't considering getting rid of before my pregnancy. And then I've also experienced when I'm finished being pregnant that I don't like the maternity clothes I love so much, even though I could still wear them. The joy that I found in them during the pregnancy is gone, at least my last pregnancy for sure. Even other pregnancies, it's weird how that changes. But I try to not get rid of my clothes that I loved before my pregnancy, and I try to let myself let go of clothing I loved during my pregnancy, even though it brought me so much joy. It can be tricky. So we're gonna see how this goes today. Okay, so this is what I still have hanging up, and I actually hung a lot of these back up. But when I do the box method system to my closet, when it's been established for the first time, I've never established this closet. And I don't feel like most people are that way. This is a quirky thing for me. I like to set things up and have them established, and then I can keep them fairly well. But you don't have to pull everything out of your closet. I've done this before simply by pulling up each item and being like, what would happen if this disappeared? Well, right now, this is a little tight on my tummy. I can't wear it anymore. And for some people, they're gonna keep that in their closet. For my brain, I need the stuff that I'm not able to choose right now out of my closet. That's how I've always been. What happened if this disappeared? I love this. Took me a little bit of time to figure out how to wear it because this stuff's kind of new to me, something like this. But I find that for me, if I wear a black or white shirt with it, it works just great. Trying to wear colored shirts with it kind of didn't work for me. I know other people can do that, but I love this. So if you have something like me that you love and for some reason it's not working, you don't have to get rid of it, but you just have to know that you love it. So I knew that I love this, kept it for like 6 months without being able to wear it, and then discovered how to make it work. So that's DYT for you. Dressing your truth helped me to figure that out. So if you have something you love and you can't figure out why it's not working and it fits you well, hang on to it if you want to. What would happen if this disappeared? You know what? I washed this one time and it's the wrong shape. And I don't like the shape. I don't like the shape. It's frustrating. So it's hard for me to answer this question because it used to fall beautifully parallel lines. Wonder if I could fix that. But yeah, wearing the shape does not feel great on me. I'm not a fan of that. But what would happen if it disappeared? I would go looking for it, but I'm so disappointed in it. So this is going to go set aside because I can't get rid of it yet. I know that I'm going to go looking for it on Sunday. So I set aside a personal box for me to kind of like a trial. I can either fix it, find a way to fix it, or I need to let it go because it doesn't make me happy. Just that shape. What's going on there? What would happen if this disappeared? Here's another example. This sparks joy. I like it. But when I tried to wear it with my maternity pants that were baggy, oh, yucky. It just feels awful. So for my personal style, I love wearing big baggy tops. Don't worry if you don't. That is a personal style thing. And you can know for yourself, just trying things out. So for me, I was growing up and in my older teenage years, people would ask me why I wore baggy clothes. And this is why. It's part of my personal style. So it doesn't work if I wear something huge like this with baggy pants. I need to have a more fitted pants. And then these look great, especially if there's a pattern on the bottom. I love this. So what would happen if this disappeared? I would look for it. What would happen? This is so favorite. I feel like if this really disappeared, I'd be okay. But I really love this shirt. What would happen if this disappeared? I don't like how big it is. It's very thin too. This is why I have a hard time getting rid of clothes when I'm pregnant. I liked this before my pregnancy, and right now it's just like, it's very thin. It just kind of feels big. So that would go in a box too. What would happen if this disappeared? I love this. Now, the panic might be, oh no, I'm going to run out of clothes. And then in my experience, what happened was my closet was always full and I didn't have anything to wear. So when you do this and you're able to be realistic, what would happen if this disappeared? And you get that gut reaction. It's so good to have what is actually what you want to wear, what you end up wearing, what you want to pull out in your closet. Because then you can recognize, hey, it's time to go shopping. Okay, this is what we're down to. Like, very much less. This is what shocked me about the first time I did the box method system. I had already done the KonMari method to an extent, and I'd gotten rid of a few bags. But when I did the box method system and asked that question and then just pulled it aside, I got rid of so much more because there were so many things that sparked a little bit of joy, like that magazine I showed you earlier. That sparked joy for me. But what would happen if it disappeared when it came down to it? It's not a really important thing in my life. And so I feel like that question might be perfect for some people, but for other people, the way it translates in our brains, we might need a different type of question. So for me, that's what would happen if this disappeared. And I've gotten rid of so, like, I've been able to make room. At my last house, we didn't have a pantry. We had like a small linen closet next to the kitchen that was next to the bathroom. And every cupboard was jam-packed. And I just decided to do the box method system to my kitchen, and boom, like, it didn't feel like effort. I didn't feel like I was forcing myself to get rid of anything. I wasn't forcing myself to make room, but before I knew it, I had plenty of space. And I was able to completely clear out that pantry area and make, hopefully I said that right the first time. Yeah, we did not have a linen closet. So it was just a pantry. I was able to clear it out completely, have plenty of room for everything that we had. And we were able to have a linen closet and a place to put brushes and other things. That's what we used it for the rest of the time. And we didn't lack space that entire time. So I love this because, at least for me, it boils it down to the bare bones. And you're just left with the best. Not just the best, you're not like taking away some that you really love. You're just taking the stuff that, what would happen if it disappeared? Not really much. So you're just keeping the good stuff. This is gonna be fun. I have enough room up here that I'm just going to not bring this over to my closet. So what would happen if these don't fit me anymore? Again, I can't have them in my closet if they don't fit me. I love this. Sorry about my camera quality. We're working on that. What would happen if this disappeared? I love this. Do you guys see how quick this is? What would happen if this disappeared? Last video I made, I showed that I was going to get rid of this because it was not as white, and I was able to bleach it to be lighter. So it's fun this time to see that I love this. So just drop something. What would happen if these disappeared? I like them to keep me warm, but during this pregnancy, my belly's too small by now. It just kind of hurts if I try to wear them low. What would happen if this disappeared? I loved these forever, but they're kind of small on me. So I did find a bigger pair, and those are my go-to now. So I still love these, but I still love them. Okay, hold on. Got a backup pair. I love these. They make my belly hurt a little bit, but they're so warm and cozy. I love these. Oh, I love this. Okay, I just noticed something. A lot of the stuff that was hanging up in here for a while, it's fine. I do love this, and I love this, and I love this. The stuff I really love, I wore, and is in here. So I think the camera quality might be due to the low lighting, and I'm not going to go get my lighting stick thing. These are my favorite. Aren't they gorgeous? But I have to be careful with them because my belly's so big. So I love it, but I'm gonna put it in storage. What would happen if this disappeared? I've not been wearing these lately, so storage. But see, I still appreciate, like, that's useful. I'm not gonna get rid of it. So just get that gut reaction. What would happen if this disappeared? I love this. The color's not absolutely perfect, but just everything else about it. I love the pattern. I love so much about it. So for me, I love the question because I get my gut reaction versus, you know, other trying to think it out or whatever. What would happen if this disappeared? It's even inside out, but I love it. Now, this reminds me of my jacket. I have a black jacket like this. I showed it in my other closet decluttering video. It has the word blessed on it. I loved it before my pregnancy. I can't wear it now. I don't like it. Can't stand it. It just feels kind of frumpy. I don't like it. So I'm not going to get rid of it now because I've experienced too many times how much pregnancy can change how I feel about things. And then when my pregnancy ends, it's like, whoa, my old favorite earrings are still favorite. These are great maternity pants. So anyway, I'm just going to go through and finish this part of the closet. I don't have to talk through everything. I think you get the gist. And then I'll show you a progress update. Okay, I just want to do a quick progress update. I love how easy it is to fold or hang up, put away my favorite clothes. Those were easy. And it was nice to recognize the clothing that I was trying to still work with that aren't working anymore. So here's the socks that I love. They fit me a lot more easily. Yeah, this is the progress. Look at that. So different, almost empty. So I gotta put a lot of this stuff away, but I wanted to point out a few things before I put everything away. And this is mostly, so this is the stuff I'm either getting rid of or I don't want to house it anymore. So this hat, there was one day that I was like, oh, this outfit would go perfect with that hat I got that one time. So finally found it, haven't worn it since, but I still felt like I was going to try it. And I tried to place it. This is what I was talking about with my bedroom earlier. I tried to place it in my closet and it just doesn't feel as beautiful as this other stuff. It's just like I could hang it a certain way. It just doesn't feel nearly as beautiful. It doesn't feel like me. So I just couldn't leave it in my closet. So I love this. What would happen if this disappeared? When I saw it, my brain started thinking and analyzing, well, that one time. But when I have it in my closet and I ask what would happen if it disappeared and really let myself experience that, like what would happen if it disappeared, I've already gotten rid of this because of that question. So that's good for me to really finalize that. Some of the stuff just isn't mine, or just I thought this was an interest. I'm going to put it somewhere else for now. Maybe let my kids use it. I haven't used it and I've had it for 3 years. And I was excited to get it, but again, haven't used it. What would happen if it disappeared? Truly, it's a pastel crayons. Anyway, I just have not been using them. So yeah, what would happen if they disappeared? Really nothing. My kids love those type of crayons though. My older kids. Just some things that I've been lucky to get rid of, recycle, whatever. And yeah, it didn't seem like I was getting rid of any clothing, but I love coming across things like this that I've been hanging on to. It's a nice cardigan, and maybe it needs to go in my maternity box because I liked it before I was pregnant. But just what would happen if it disappeared? I don't even know if it's going to go in my maternity box. Just instant reaction was, oh, like when no, I don't want this anymore. Why do I still have that? Same with this. I didn't realize I didn't like it. I love the sleeve because it has this very subtle stripe going on. I love that. I like that stripe a lot. But same thing, first gut reaction, and I realized sometimes when you get your gut reaction, you're going to be able to identify what you don't like about it. For me, it's kind of small on me. I don't like trying to squeeze into it. It is a smaller size, but I was trying to make it work. And sometimes when you get that gut reaction, you don't know why. Like for this hat in the past, I didn't know why. Now I do. But it's okay if you don't know why, if your gut reaction is like kind of disgust. But it's a style or you're trying to make it work. It's good to get that gut reaction and to be able to respond to that versus trying to think through things. And these socks, I'm just not going to put them in. I'm not getting rid of them. I don't really wear socks very often. I almost never wear socks. So I'm going to put these with my shoes. Anyway, my shoes are not in my closet. So I keep them in a different place, closer to the door. So this one's a tricky one. I loved it before my pregnancy. I am not liking it right now. Like I did what would happen if this disappeared. I might also get rid of this one. We'll see. I might convince myself to put it in my box of stuff to stash away until I'm not pregnant anymore. Yep, and a lot of the stuff I'm just not using right now or doesn't fit me right now. I love these. These are pants. I love silky, like just soft pants. I love these, but I outgrew them. So most of this is just outfit. I love these. Outgrew them, same thing. I love wearing these pants. These are leggings with a larger top. So I used to wear this all the time. I decided to hang this back up in my closet, even though it's not sparking joy right now, because I loved to wear this with a black shirt or a white shirt with this, and I wasn't able to pull it off last time I tried it. But just, I love it. Maybe it's the size of the shirt, maybe my belly size, I have no idea. But I was able to happily put this back in my closet. This other stuff, I just can't have it in my closet right now. It doesn't fit me. I need it to work right now to fit me. And again, there are people, even the KonMari method says to hang it to the side. But if it doesn't fit me right now, and it's too much. I want to remove everything that's not fitting me right now. And it can go in its own home, including all my maternity clothes. Too small. Yep. I think that's what most of this is, besides this. So this I'm going to take out either until I fix it or get rid of it, because I absolutely love the fabric, but you see the shape that's making right there. I don't like that. I want clean parallel lines. So there you go. Okay, hopefully this will show. I went to put this shirt in my maternity storage pile and I couldn't make myself. I just don't like it. So I pulled out my color cards, and it clearly seems to go better with the type 3 card. It just goes really well. So I think I may have, since we moved in, I washed clothing differently, and I may have lightened the color, changed it just a bit so it's not a nice saturated purple. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's not quite the right color for me, and I don't know that everything in my closet is the perfect color for me, but I do know, like this one, when I pull it out, I get that spark joy feeling. I feel great when I see it, and so, and I feel like it actually goes pretty well with the card, not on the camera though. But yeah, this just, I like having reasons to get rid of stuff when I used to love it. So I'm pretty sure it's just that it has faded to the point it's no longer a pure hue. Now it is a shade. So I'm going to let myself pass this on without waiting for my pregnancy to end. Here is my after. This feels so good. This is something I can maintain, and I love it. I forgot to mention that I did take this and set it over here because I might need it for church, but I can tell, like, having it over here makes me aware that I want to fix how this hangs on here. So I'll have to do a little bit of research to see if I can fix how this is shaped. So in the past with my box method system, I would actually go through my closet and do something like this, and the stuff that didn't stay, that I was either getting rid of or needed a different home or whatever, I would just throw it in a box and move on, because there was just too much that needed to happen in my life, especially when I had a new baby. So if that feels appropriate, you can go ahead and do that. What I've been doing lately is to make my closet the way I want it, the way I love it, and just take everything else out and set it aside and finish my closet. And then I just took everything one by one and finished addressing everything. I had a registration, an appliance registration form. I went ahead and filled that out. I had something that has some calendar events on it. I stopped and put those in my calendar. I just took care of everything. But I got this finished first because it can be overwhelming for me to have a cluttered space and to take care of it as I pick it up. Some people will prefer to take care of it as they approach it. That's actually what Decluttering at the Speed of Life teaches that. I feel much better if I can do this first, get everything in order, and go through everything, pull out the stuff that I don't want in here, and then address everything one by one, because if I have to stop, this is done. And I love that. So I did end up grabbing this gift. My closet looks so nice. There was just this big package up there. I'm going to wrap this right now, take care of this last thing, and then my closet is done. So there are some cards I need to look through that I'm not sure I can get rid of yet, just from my wallet, because we moved. So I'm gonna work on those, but everything else has been 100% taken care of. I folded all of my non-maternity, the clothes I don't fit in anymore, and I put them into storage. So I've taken care of everything, and I finished off by vacuuming the floor. So this is my box method process of taking care of my closet.